I'm Colin Austin, 85 years old, fit, healthy and active, and recognised as one of Australia's leading innovators. If you want to live a long and healthy life, then use your conscious brain to enhance your gut with beneficial microbes, feed them so they continue to breed, train them so they know which foods are good or bad. Then your much more effective subconscious brain becomes an intelligent control system, so you naturally want to eat the right amount of the right sort of food. To find out how, watch this video, register and read my web, and join the biota social movement, putting community benefit ahead of profit. Across the globe, us humans are becoming fat and sick. How are we going to sort that out? Let me tell you how. It is not trivial. We may have to do a bit of creative thinking, leave a few old ideas behind, take on a few vested interests and prod our governments into action. But together we can do it. Stay with me to the end to get the full story. It only takes 5 minutes and may give you many more years of healthy life. Us humans have always been under threat. At first it was wild beasts. Fire sorted them out. Next it was infectious diseases, but we largely sorted that out with clean water and sewage systems. These required massive engineering projects done with pick and shovels. These dwarf what I'm proposing to sort out chronic disease. Now we face a new challenge: non-infectious diseases, obesity, diabetes, clogged arteries and dementia. It is a serious challenge. 3 out of 4 people die from a non-infectious disease. But far worse is the drop in health span, with even young kids suffering from a chronic disease. The big question is, how do we sort this out? Our food system, with its highly processed food, is often blamed. It is carefully tuned using a magic blend of sugar, fat and salt to achieve the bliss point. Worse are the flavourings, often chemicals which are known to be addictive. There's no doubt that they significantly contribute to the epidemic and put profits ahead of community health, have dubious ethics, but are they the real cause? However strong the apparent arguments are, on closer examination it does not seem so. Let me explain what is quite a complex thought process. We have a conscious brain which tries to understand complex issues and come to a logical conclusion. It is what makes us human, and sometimes it works and sometimes it does not, but it is a slow and clunky process. But we also have a subconscious brain which controls our bodies, temperature, breathing, heart rate, and most important here, our appetite. The trillions of cells in our gut are a critical part of this process. They work using what we call swarm intelligence, which we commonly see in nature in birds, bees and slime molds. There is no overall control, but each individual communicates with its neighbours, so the whole system functions as an integrated whole. We may not understand the mechanics, but we see it works remarkably well. Our subconscious brain works in a very different way to our conscious brain. It works by learning from experience what works and does not work, by trial, error and correction. It is extremely fast and does not forget. We can see it at work in catching a ball or riding a bicycle. I could explain how a bicycle stays upright by a long discussion on gyroscopic couples and self-balancing systems, but that is not how a kid learns to ride a bike. Kids learn using this process of systematic trial, error and correction. This is how our bodies and the trillions of cells in our guts control our appetite. From the first suck of mum's breast, it is learning and corrected, aided by the power of swarm intelligence. It is remarkable. We could call it our intelligent control system, or for short, our gut brain. It knows much more than whether we are full or hungry. Somehow, and we don't know how, it can sense for specific nutrients, and if they are missing, it has learnt which foods contain those specific nutrients and send out signals making us crave that specific food. We see this when we sweat digging our gardens. We lose salts, and our gut brain makes us crave the foods and drinks that will restore these salts. It is a truly remarkable system. Understanding this helps us diagnose the basic causes of the modern epidemic, and more importantly, how to sort it out. The basic cause of the epidemic is not simply an excess of sugars and fats. A healthy gut brain would soon learn that eating too much of this food is unhealthy and send out signals so we no longer crave this food. The basic cause is that we are not feeding our gut brain the sort of food it needs to have a thriving gut biota, so we have lost our intelligent control system. We can sort this out by breeding the beneficial microbes in the soil, growing plants in that soil, and eating the plants while fresh. We do have to be careful to breed the beneficial microbes and not the harmful ones that cause infectious diseases, but we can do that by controlling the conditions so the beneficial microbes outbreed and outcompete the harmful ones. A skilled grower breeds these microbes in raised beds filled with drainage tubes so the soil never becomes too wet. The fluid that drains out of these tubes is called soil blood, as it fulfills the function that our blood does, circulating nutrients, air and water throughout the system. This soil blood is regularly circulated, so it never becomes stagnant. This can be done by a skilled home grower, but to reach the bulk of the population, we need to create a new industry of gut-brain food growers. They supply baskets of growing plants to the consumers so they can eat the plants while fresh before the beneficial microbes die. The plants taste better that way anyway. These baskets are swapped over on a regular basis so the consumer has an ongoing supply of gut-brain food. This is a simple, effective and economic way of sorting out the epidemic of chronic diseases. There may still be a lot to learn about our gut brain, but you can tell if this system works. Try it. Do you feel full and satisfied, and have your food cravings disappeared? If the answer is yes, it has worked for you, and that is what matters. It just needs creating a new industry of gut-brain growers. If you are a potential gut-brain food grower, I would love to hear from you. Read more and contact me from my website www.gbiota.com.